Holly and I went down to Galveston, Texas for Oni-Con 2018. I was incredibly thrilled and honored to be a fashion guest there in company with Aito-san, designer of Royal Princess Alice, and Croy of Sexpot Revenge. Oni-Con is a 3-day event. Friday, the first day, was lovely and low-key. After opening ceremonies and a Q&A guest panel, there was a Lolita swap meet with loads to shop from. I'm telling you, find events with Lolita swap meets in your area, especially if you're a beginner, because it's the best way to get involved with your community and find pieces at a great price that will suit you, plus you get to see everything in person, which is just so much easier and better. After the swap meet, we made a trip to Rainforest Cafe, which was right next to the con. I was really excited to bring Holly because she had never been to one before, and I'd actually talked to her about it a few weeks prior, and then it was just such a great coincidence that there was one there. There was even a Build-A-Bear inside, plus a giant snake and many other creature friends. Holly quickly befriended the Rainforest Cafe's mascot, Cha-Cha, and then experienced her first storm in the rainforest. After another dance with Cha-Cha, it was time to head back to our improv panel. Here I got to meet Tyler of Last Week Lolita News, and we immediately made her uncomfortable with a strange ritual. I don't know how this even started, but while we were prepping for the panel, we all decided to just kneel down and praise her. Our panel was also blessed by Colin and Cal's hair flip.
Yeah! Was this good?
Wait. Different angle. Okay, I'm gonna do a zoom.
Alright. Go! Okay, that's all you get.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. Join us as we poke fun at those all too familiar topics, dramas, and scenes that revolve around the world of Lolita fashion. We invite the audience to submit improv topics before the show starts. Please keep it PG-13 and Lolita fashion related. This is guest starring Lovely Lore, Newbie Holly, Admiral Wolf, Imani, Bunny Butts, and this. You're shopping in a store full of breakables.
Okay, I'll hold.
Okay, yeah, I'll
hold. Okay, I can do it. Wait, take your shoes off.
Okay.
Take your shoes off.
I was just thinking about this. Get out of my head now. Okay. Cat's Tea Party re-release was a dream, but you still think it's real, and no one knows what you're talking about. You! It's literally, I'm not on things.
I'm telling you, like, there's cats on it. It's beautiful. It's new. I swear, this year, it's coming out. It's re-releasing.
You said that 50 times.
No, I saw it in Tyler's video, and Tyler wouldn't lie to me. Tyler fact checks and writes scripts like it's gotta be true. Look up like Scarfing Scars on YouTube. Most recent video.
Scars doesn't exist.
Okay. Search Kelly Eden Fiasco.
Do you do adult parties?
Did you?
No, but I can show you my ankles for a good time.
If Tea Party shoes could talk.
I am a Tea Party shoe. Right now you have 10 toes. By the end of the day, you'll have 2.
Alright, this one is part of Lolita culture, so we have to do it. Okay. Writing a secret for Behind the Bows. Oh, spicy.
So you know that YouTuber, Lovely Lore? Her makeup is not even correct. Lolita makeup. Also, she can't even pronounce the name of the shop that sponsors her.
Have you guys heard about that Bunny Butts? Actually, she's really sweet.
Oh, do you hate it when they put Lolita Valentine's in BTV?
Brainstorm meeting at AP for new print name.
Bear! Chocolate!
Chocolate babe.
Wait. Carousels. Bitches love carousels.
Chocolate bears on carousels with bows!
Posted to Behind the Bows, which will probably happen right after this.
I'm sure.
Real life, please continue.
Behind the Bows in 2018? Wow, I didn't think I was relevant since Shit Lolita sang.
in advance. Mr. Yan asked for your hand in marriage.
Oh, wow.
Lucky you.
Colin, you should be Yan.
Yeah. Well, that's mean.
I will be your Yan.
Alright, who's gonna be their Yan?
My dear. You have melted the heart of this bold man. I crave for you to be my princess forever and ride upon me with my horse.
But I'm not pale, and I'm not 12. You have slashed my heart like I slashed my heart.
Mr. Yan's so angry, Sam!
Everything is 100% off.
Bad things to say to someone on their deathbed.
Wire puppet circus.
I knew you were gonna. No, you don't need to be buried in it. You don't need it when you're dead.
I need it when I'm alive.
You're just my friend for puppet circus, aren't you? I thought you were lovely. You just put my whole wardrobe. Don't you?
Can you put that in writing, please?
I think shopping.
This was totally new for me, and also an even bigger challenge for Holly, who's still new to learning about Lolita fashion. But I think we all had a really good time and very much enjoyed it. I'm really glad that Stevie came up with this idea. I would really love to do this type of panel again. And the panel wrapped just as it had begun, except this time in front of a room full of people who had no idea what was going on. The next day we got some time to shop and explore the exhibit hall. There was lots of great doggo art and Pokemon and Shrek. I'm really happy Cammie made it to the con. I hadn't seen her in so long, and I don't know if I've ever gotten to see her Minty Mix booth in person. There was new wigs, and by the way, I have a whole video all about my Minty Mix collection. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. They're some of my favorite wigs. They're so durable and pastel and so cute. Cammie's booth was full of Animal Crossing, Furby stuff, Neopets, Shrek, of course Shrek, there had to be. And her booth mate even had Tamagotchi stuff. Everything was so cute and so perfect, I was really overwhelmed. In a good way, in the best possible way. Then we met Suji Plays Dress Up, whose booth was totally adorable and all her jewelry and deco den was beautiful, and she was so sweet. I really loved the way her booth was decorated too. Then I got to meet Callie, who you may recognize from my Lolita Obstacles video. She was the one who submitted this adorable Jinbei-san coordinate. I finally got to see her brand Otaku in person. The brand style is a blend of magical girl, Lolita-inspired fairy K, men hair, cartoon, just all the good, colorful, and bright things. I especially love this design and the cute and the cut and style of this dress. The colors were great, and look at those pockets. I was also really drawn to these joggers, which gave me Splatoon vibes. Holly pointed out this magical girl overlay, which would be perfect to layer your outfit to add an extra bit of flair, but in a comfy way. Callie was also particularly proud of these really cool new doll head rosettes, which she had just released. They are so precious. Then Tyler and I managed to set up in the guest green room and film a video. But that's an entirely separate video coming soon, so if you want to make sure you see that, hit that subscribe button and that little bell so that you don't miss it. The day wasn't near over yet as we headed in for the fashion show. I really liked that the fashion show started in the evening, around 6:30 p.m. I'm used to a lot of convention doing their fashion shows early in the day, but I liked how this was planned because I didn't ever feel rushed or stressed. And I got to spend the day enjoying the con and see the fashion show. I didn't have to sacrifice one or the other. Everyone in Royal Princess Alice looked incredibly magical. I love the way everyone was styled. Their looks were so cohesive and debuted the prince very beautifully. The designer Aito-san has such a fun and cheery energy. You could tell she was having so much fun herself and gave the audience so much energy. Sally's poses were so precious, and it was cool to see Aito-san's design on a sweatshirt you could wear outside of Lolita. I am obsessed with Automatic Honey's collaboration with Royal Princess Alice. It's so perfect. I'm so proud of Alex, and it's amazing beyond words to see his artwork on such a beautiful dress. From the print, to the shape, to the collar, it's absolutely perfect. I really loved Stevie's attitude on stage. It fit perfectly with her coordinate. She said she was trying to channel Professor Snape, and I think she really pulled it off. Then, Colin came on stage for Biopolitics to Dorian Gray, and everybody lost their shit. The entire audience became Colin fangirls. I can't give the full experience, mostly being that Dorian Gray is copyrighted, but I also worry for your safety. I don't want you to get too hot and bothered from all his swag. He is married after all. So, here's my tame edited version. I don't know, was elevator music a good choice? I feel like Colin still found a way to make elevator music sexy. You know what? I give up trying to make Biopolitics and Sex Pot Revenge cutesy and sweet and soft, because it isn't. Those brands are rough and tough and badass, and I'm just gonna show it the way it should be. After the fashion show, Tyler and I had our roast and toast panel.
So I need to also reference, if you don't watch her, there's a YouTuber called Milkbox who does videos that are toot and boot, which is a reference to RuPaul's Drag Race. There's a whole series of tooting and booting. And basically I got the idea sort of from her for Tyler and I to look at Lolita prints, except there's one catch. It's a bit of a challenge. Instead of us just deciding for ourselves that we want to toot or boot it, we're gonna roast and toast it, which means that Tyler has to say something negative, no matter what. And then I have to say something positive, no matter what. You should know that the thoughts that Tyler's going to have to say may not reflect what she truly believes, especially considering that I made this after watching her wardrobe video. What can you say about this?
To even get to the dress you have to get past the name. That's a paragraph, not a name. I mean, I know that's par for the course of Baby the Stars Shine Bright, but this is pushing it.
It means my dear princess that lives on a beautiful street.
That lives on a beautiful what?
Street.
That dear princess is homeless. You know what?
But that dear princess could live in her dress. It's like a tent. And ASK, Metamorphose Tom Tippy.
If Metamorphose crashed into a McDonald's, this is what would come out. Like, maybe a full-on head-on collision with like an ASPCA truck, Metamorphose, and a McDonald's. Just like, bam!
And what's wrong with that, Tyler? That's kind of what I was gonna say, but in a good way. A fast food coordinate. Who doesn't love that? I also work as a clown, so like, that's saying something. Okay, I saw the blue one, and from that picture, you're like, oh, it's a cute bear print. I love that. But then there's a squirrel on it. But I have a redeeming fact, but I'll let you burn it first if you want.
You know, I got no problems with the squirrels, because I wasn't attacked by a small rodent.
It looks so realistic, too. Why does it look so realistic?
The squirrel looks like an upstanding citizen. My problem there is that bear. That bear looks like he would text you up late at night with, hey, nothing good follows after that. You haven't seen the cell phone in his hand. He's ready. He's ready. That is a bear.
The good thing about this print is that I saved money by not buying it.
All right.
Oh no.
If neon pink fawns were what the deer were truly planning, the hunter from Bambi did nothing wrong. So I can muster because I love this dress.
I saw this dress replicated so many times before I saw the actual dress, and when I saw it in real life, it was just phenomenal. Like, the print is so vibrant, the quality is just amazing and beautiful, and I don't even think these pictures do it justice because it is absolutely gorgeous in real life. It's amazing. It's so good.
That's not even a U, that's an A. Cupcake
Holiday.
We love a cupcake.
Holiday. They shot themselves in the foot before they even began. Honestly, this is like the worst ad for nuclear power I've ever seen. We need to switch to solar now, because if that's what nuclear cupcakes are going to look like, we are doomed. Jesus.
I was told that this was designed right after the designers had been to Los Angeles.
Oh, no.
And that it was inspired by what they had seen in Los Angeles. And I am from Southern California. And to me, this print says toxic and flashy, which is really accurate to describe Los Angeles.
All right, I have to roast Lore now. Okay.
Do you want me to not look at you? Will it help?
Oh, it doesn't matter at this point. I'm already screaming internally. All right. First off, Joanne's wants their headpiece back. Be sure you found that in the craft section.
It's from Michael!
Honestly, I'm having a hard time consulting this one because I'm kind of mesmerized by the flashing colors. Fishnets in a Lolita coordinate, in case you can't see this. Fishnets, because we're in Galveston and she plans to catch her dinner later on.
It's an Oni-Con.
No.
Okay.
I noticed that you're wearing a princess kind of blouse, even though you got that last $700 dress for free like a peasant.
After Tyler roasted me, I had to toast her, and I got very emotional. Whenever I try to express how much I support and care about someone, I very often will start crying. And Tyler thought that I was joking when I said this, but no, I fully started crying. Let me take a moment to explain now that I can really gather my thoughts and express what I was trying to say more clearly. If you aren't familiar with Tyler's content, she runs a channel called Scarfing Scarves, on which she makes a Lolita news show called Last Week Lolita News. She covers a wide range of topics within the community built around a persona that's inspired by John Oliver and Bill Maher. Her videos are heavily researched and her scripts are so fluid, funny, and intelligent. She's often criticized for coming off as a mean bully, which initially I didn't like about her material. But then I found myself hooked and for some reason couldn't stop watching. I think I was able to recognize her persona as just that, a persona, a character, and enjoy it knowing that that didn't represent who she is entirely. I started sharing her content and received some backlash from my own following. And Tyler several times sent me long apology messages for the backlash I received, which really wasn't her responsibility and she absolutely didn't have to do. But from that, I really got a sense of who she is as a person outside of her persona. It's worth mentioning that she's recently made some more content as herself, but I also think we shouldn't push her too much into sharing herself. We should respect her privacy and her boundaries and appreciate what she's willing to share on her own, because so many Lolita YouTubers make content for a little while, then disappear. I don't want her to become uncomfortable. I'm really grateful that she's continually kept up with her series and making videos. Even if it's not as frequent as you would like, she's still been doing this for years now, and her quality has been getting better and better. I also think that the work she does isn't just entertaining drama. It's really important, because we need a voice in the community that can criticize us, because that's one way we can recognize problems and grow. It takes a lot of courage to speak up the way that she does, and I'm seriously so proud of her. I hope that she continues to support the Lolita community and make content for it with no end in sight, and I really hope I have more opportunities to work with her. So that's what I was trying to say, but instead I just was blubbery and crying and just, I don't even know what I said. Let's move on. But after our panel, I finally got to go to one of Cammie's karaoke parties, which I followed from her Instagram stories for a long time and I've always wanted to attend. I received a very special welcome. I love how karaoke, wow, that was me screwing up, but I actually like that. Karaoke. I love how Cammie's karaoke starts off as singing and just turns into screaming with Shrek plushies and all around ridiculousness. After singing and screaming my emo heart out all night, I was a featured guest at the tea party the following day alongside Croy of Sex Pot Revenge and Aito of Royal Princess Alice. It was great to drink tea after destroying my voice. The theme of the tea party was anarchy, and I had a full outfit plan to match Holly, but changed at the last minute because I wanted to try out wearing Royal Princess Alice with more of a punk style, and I must say, I really enjoyed it. Everyone's coordinates were really cool, and this one even featured a mirror headpiece. So practical, so fashion. Our table was so much fun, and oh look, do you recognize this OG? It's Spencer, who was at Paradiso. And another friend from Kansas City was Stasi. I'm so thankful I was able to see her again and that she came out for Oni-Con. Things got wild as everyone started cabe-donning each other at the tea party, and it was a lot of fun. And that about wrapped my time at Oni-Con. Well, officially. That night there was a party for the staff and the guests at a swim-up bar, and it was so crazy and so much fun. The weather was rainy and cold, but the pool was heated, and initially Holly and I watched from above, but then we got in and joined them, and I'm so glad we did because we had so much fun with everyone. I wasn't able to film, obviously, because we were in the pool, but it was one hell of a good time and a night I will never forget. The next morning we had breakfast with everyone, and there was an accident with our order, and we ended up with a bunch of extra free food, which was awesome. Croy was so happy and it was adorable. We were all so impressed with Croy and Aito, who switched styles for the day. It was so cool to see them in each other's looks. I'm very thankful I got to spend time with Aito and Croy. I had seen Croy look super fierce and intimidating in pictures, and the first day she was very nervous and shy as it was her first time overseas. But through the weekend, she became very relaxed and I got to see so many fun sides of her. I was really impressed with how well she acclimated to the group. Aito is so inspiring. She really lights up a room and gives off this essence of happiness and cheer. I really aspire to be more like her, and I'm gonna remember her anytime I feel tired or weak or sad. I'm just gonna try and channel her happiness. It was really difficult to say goodbye to everyone. I hadn't seen my Texas crew in 2 years, and I consider them some of my closest friends. We just clicked so well. I'm beyond grateful and thankful that Holly was able to come along too, so that she could meet everyone and we could share these memories together. It means so much to me. There's enough fashion programming at Oni-Con for you to be fully immersed in it, and there's lots more to the con that I didn't even discover, but I highly recommend this event. There's so much to it, but also a comforting atmosphere that will make you feel right at home. Thank you so much, Oni-Con, for bringing us out. I really hope I'm able to visit Texas again soon. And as always, stay lovely.
Because I don't have any friends, so I can't say yourself.
To end